This is LisaRaye, and you tuned into That Grape Juice.
So hello, That Grape Juice viewers. If you could think of obtaining one accomplishment in the world of Hollywood and acting, it is longevity. And today's guests are the definition of that. This lady is a world-class beauty who has graced our screen since the 90s. This gentleman has appeared in countless classics since the 70s. They can both be seen on season 4 of ALLBLK, A House Divided, with new episodes streaming every Thursday. Please help me in welcoming the very talented LisaRaye McCoy and Hilton-Jacobs. How are you?
Hey, good.
So let's jump right into this. A House Divided is now in its 4th season. How does it feel when you're a part of a project that connects with the audience in the way that this show has?
You know, that's what you always look for, you know, to be able to go past your 2nd season and your 3rd season, and you get to your 4th season and you start feeling like, well, wait a minute. The fans have spoken, you know, they are invested in the characters. You know, we must be doing something right. You know, our performance must be up to par, and we're having fun doing it because, you know, we're in the business. This is what we got into. So we happen to be doing something that we like and collecting a check for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when that fan base is able to say, you know, hey, we want more and more because that's who we listen to. That's who the studios and the you know, the networks, they listen to the fan base, then they've spoken. So, you know, we're just rolling with the punches and just glad that they're receiving the show and the characters as such. And, you know, us from behind the scenes, we're having a fabulous and a good time doing it because, you know, we're Emmy nominated here now, you know, so that's an accomplishment and an accolade that's going to follow us for the rest of our career. I know I'm gonna put it on my resume real big from now on. Emmy nominated, you know what I mean? So it's been fun. It's been a good ride.
No, you were saying about the show is fantastic, and you know, to be continuing, of course, as LisaRaye is saying, it's just beyond. We're having a good time. We're working with a bunch of people. We all like each other, which is amazing, you know, and so forth. And the audience has just been off the chain. I mean, people walk up to me and just say, I can't wait to see the next episode. You know, what's next going to happen? And so I take that as a high honor and a flattery. I don't mean that just to be corny. I'm just being honest with it. We're having a good ride. So it's very nice. Very, very nice.
Well, that's great. Yeah. Let's talk about your characters. What can we expect from Alexis this season?
You know, I must say that when we were introduced first to Alexis, it was supposed to be a cameo. Mm-hmm. You know, I was supposed to just pop in there and pop on out. But fortunately for me and Mr. Lawrence Jacobs' chemistry, you know, they were like, oh, we want more of this, you know what I mean? And I was like, sounds good to me, let's do it, you know? And so, you know, what she first came to do was to, you know, seek a little bit of revenge by getting a little bit of this fortune from this family, you know, because she's back in Chicago with this secret love child of his. And she's like, you guys have been living like this? Well, I've been struggling back there. No, let me come and see all this for myself and visit my dead sister's husband.
Right.
Between the lines of all that trickery, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? And so he's not there alone, you know, he's moving on. And so he has a relationship. He's in a relationship with a young lady. And that's what she is to me, young. She's a baby. You know what I mean? So being a baby, you know, and being the mature woman, I have history with this man. And I'm going to let her know just how much history and how a woman is really supposed to play it. And so now I'm trying to become the queen of her castle and push her out. And I'm doing a pretty good damn job of doing that. You know what I mean? So this season, the 4th season, is you're seeing more of Cameron and Alexis' relationship and why they bond and where and how they got the love that they have for each other, because in this season, you know, we become real ride or dies. We become having to hold and keep each other's secrets. And we are doing some things this season that is making, I tell you, for me, when I was doing it, I was like, this what we doing? This how we doing it? Like, really? And it's when you're doing it, it's almost like geez, she's scandalous. You know what I mean? But Jesus is juicy. And I love just vicariously living through her because she's wanting to live the fabulous life, and she can through him. So you see her growth in how she feels about him and her position now with him in the 4th season.
Right, exactly. And Larry, do you want to add anything about Cameron Sr.?
Yeah, you know, what was good about what's happening in the show, and the big tribute, if it goes to our creator and our writer, Dan Garcia. Dan just has this wild, involving imagination, and a lot of it's deep. So, you know, even as LisaRaye was saying, sometimes we read the script and go, oh my God, I'm doing that. My God. You know, the challenge is there, and it's interesting, and it lifts you up as an actor to come off and make it work. Myself and LisaRaye, we've known each other for a long time, so we're cool with each other. We're friends like that, and we just are easy. But developing the relationship, what I like about what's happening in the show with myself, Cameron, and Alexis is that maybe it's not the right word, but I'm going to use it. We're more mature. You know, we're not just being kids. We're coming from a real place. The development is natural. You know, I've known LisaRaye for a long time, and we've always been real cool with each other, always liked each other. We've always been easy with each other like that. So that helps us just to have a natural trust, and it comes out within the character.
So going back and speaking about all of this, you know, you speak about how, you know, you like each other. It's easy to work with each other. You've known each other for a long time. Your on-screen chemistry is undeniable, and you're both extreme professionals. But is there a quality when you're with an actor who's playing your love interest, is there like a quality that they have to have, and if they don't have it, it's an absolute no, that you've experienced throughout your career?
Yeah, you got to be professional.
Whoever wants to answer first, you got to be a pro, and you have to have trust.
You got to be like prepared as well, because if you're not prepared and married to the character, you know, it's almost like you know, if you stay with that character, it's like everything else that resonate becomes real. And therefore, it's not so much about the words. It's more about the feeling of where you are, because there's times when before they even holler action, he and I are already in it till they'll start with our own natural dialogue that leads into the script dialogue.
Right.
And that lets you know that we've married the two, that there's a chemistry there that is making them say, even what y'all talking about right now sounds good. And that happens a lot with he and I. And we find the rhythm in the scenes. You know, we're playful with each other because there is a history there. We've done the homework to deviate between who we are as people that you know and who these two characters are, you know? And obviously we bring a little bit of who we are to the character, but our job is to breathe life into the words that they have on the script. And I believe that he's doing an incredible job, and I'm not so bad myself.
Agreed. Now, going back to you, LisaRaye, my introduction to you was, of course, through the classic movie, The Players Club. And when I first saw you, I said, even as a little boy, I said, who is this gorgeous woman? But throughout your entire career, you have always played a gorgeous woman who has depth, who has personality, who is strong. So how important is it to you when you take these roles for you to play a powerful woman?
I like my character because my character in Alexis is a grown-ass woman. She reminds me of the modern day, old school cinematography of Dynasty.
Right.
Knox Landing, Dallas, you know what I mean? There's that glamour there that lets you know that Black people can have. Black people have money. And what makes us different is nothing, because we go through absolutely the same thing as everybody else that has money, more problems, you know? And because we are tailoring it with some drama and twists of different stories and experience, we're entertainers. We're entertaining you, you know, so there's fluff in there. But a lot of what's going on is a lot of stuff that's going on in the world today. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. You know what I mean? We're just showcasing what goes on in each character's life that keeps you engaged in what we're doing, because you're going to be engaged in somebody, because one of these characters is going to remind you of an auntie, someone else that you've seen on TV, some character that you read in a book. It's some type of fantasy that is making you connected to, ooh, I wish this was me. I wish I could have some of that. I wish that I can vicariously be. And that's how the imagination is, because we all want bigger, better, more. We all want that fantasy. I know I do. I live vicariously through her because right now, Alexis is wanting a piece of the pie. Me too.
Right.
I want a piece of the pie. I want the all-American dream, you know, so I get an opportunity to do so. But playing the range of where I came from, Players Club and Diamond, and getting an opportunity to play women now that's mature, that have a different focus and confident about themselves, speaks to the age that I am now. You know, I'm not in my 30s anymore. You know, I'm 55, but I still keep myself together. I'm giving these 30-year-olds a run for their money to say, yes, you need to be fine at 30. I was, you know what I mean? Like, get to this age and keep doing it. You know, I'm honored to be able to still be relevant and working and in some type of demand, you know what I mean? Where people are like, hey, I want to see LisaRaye. I'm honored to be able to still have a fan base that embrace me enough that they make me realize that I still matter. And I say that humbly because although I know I do to my family, you only as good as your last thing that you've done in this business. You know, you get thrown away so easily. So to still be here doing anything on any level, for me, I'm in a year of Thanksgiving and a year of gratitude.